From Studio A, this is WGAL8 Brainbusters. Now, here's your host, Rich Rosen.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to our studio and show. Did you see the last game between Gettysburg and Spring Grove? We had an exciting game up to the last question of the last round. I wonder what today will bring with our two newcomers. We have Elizabethtown and Middletown. We're expecting a very exciting half hour, so sit back, relax, and let's get started now with today's opening round. We have 10-point questions and one big brain buster brought to you by Turkey Hill. It looks like we have a lot of new players, so let's get to work now with this 10-point question. In 2022, the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline began a 24/7 service via a toll-free hotline with a new 3-digit number. Liam.
988.
Good for you. Those are the three numbers that will reach the crisis center. According to Newton's third law of motion, what two words describe the reaction to, Liam again?
Equal, opposite.
Equal and opposite. You are correct again for another 10 points for Elizabethtown. From 1714 to 1830, the kings of England had only one name. What was it? Oh, we stumped you on George. George I to George IV. It's a second-degree equation that includes the squares of the unknown terms. What is such an equation called?
Quadratic.
Quadratic equation. Good for you. That gets Middletown on the board for 10 points. In adults, it's where red blood cells are produced. What part of the bone is it? Liam.
Marrow.
The marrow is the correct answer. This state was created by extending the northern and southern boundaries of North Carolina to the Mississippi River. Which state is the volunteer state? Roman.
Tennessee.
Tennessee is correct for 10 points. In 1519, he landed in Mexico to establish a small colony. By 1521, he had defeated the powerful Liam.
Cortez.
Hernan Cortez was the conquistador. It was the fourth in the series, but it was episode 1. What was the Star Wars movie?
Star Wars.
Iyasu.
Star Wars: A New Hope.
No, sorry, that's incorrect. Elizabethtown. Oh, we stumped you on the Phantom Menace. When they were driven from their homes in 1838, thousands died on the long march to Oklahoma called the Trail of Tears. Liam.
Cherokee.
The Cherokee were the Native Americans, and now it's time for the Big Brain Buster, brought to you by Turkey Hill. For 10 points and a gift certificate for Turkey Hill ice cream for everyone on the team. He and his wife visited D.C. in December 2022, and President Biden hosted them for the first state dinner of his presidency. Roman.
Obama.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. We're going to complete the question for Elizabethtown. Who is the current president of France? Liam.
Emmanuel Macron.
Emmanuel Macron, and he came with his wife, Brigitte. Congratulations, Elizabethtown. Every 4 years since 1937, it's been the inauguration day for the new president. What date in 2025 will be the next presidential inauguration? Well, it's January 20th every year, except if it falls on a Sunday, then it would be on the 21st. The word comes from the French verb to remember. It's an autobiography of someone who has witnessed, Liam.
Memoir.
A memoir of witnessed or been part of a significant event. It is a memoir. In 1498, Vasco da Gama rounded the Cape of Good Hope, crossed the Arabian Sea, and landed at Calicut. Liam.
India.
India is the country that he reached. More than 100 suspects, including Prince Albert Victor, have been proposed for the identity of the man who terrorized Whitechapel district of London in 1888. Liam.
Jack the Ripper.
Jack the Ripper is what the serial killer was called. It's the set that contains all the elements of the domain under consideration. What is such a set called? It's called a universal set. The ancient city of Ur is said to have been the birthplace of Abraham. In what Middle Eastern country is the city of Ur located? Yasu.
Iraq.
Iraq is correct for 10 points. They're the kind of waves produced by an earthquake and can be detected on the other side of the earth. Liam.
P waves.
Oh, no, sorry. What are these waves called? Roman.
Seismic.
They're seismic waves, yes. It was written in 1880, 68 years after the events it commemorated. What is this rousing overture?
1812 overture.
The 1812 overture by Tchaikovsky. Although he transformed Southern life and the Southern economy, he never made a profit from his cotton gin. Who was this inventor, Roman?
Eli Whitney.
He's the one. If you're watching your pounds, you need to watch your grams too. How many grams are there in a pound? 253, 353, 453, or 553? Liam?
453.
It's 453.6 to be exact. You are correct. And that sound takes us to the end of the round and the end of our first round. Gives us a chance to catch our breath for a bit. Strong lead right now for Elizabethtown, but we have a lot more game coming up, including the one-on-one rapid fire and team lightning rounds when WGAL 8 Brainbusters continues after this.
WGAL 8 Brainbusters will return after this. Participants on WGAL 8 Brainbusters each receive a portable power bank for mobile devices, and the top 4 winning teams will share grants totaling $10,000. So good luck, teams. Now, here's Rich with our coaches and alternates.
Mr. Timothy Spiegel, I've known for many years. He's a longtime coach of Brainbusters. He works at Elizabethtown as a social studies teacher, and it's great to have you here. Thank you so much for coming. So let's go on a fantasy trip for a second. Let's say you won the lottery and you left teaching. What would you want to do?
Well, my students told me that I couldn't do what I wanted to do. I would have to buy my entire team varsity jackets. Right, and Sienna told me that I would actually have to buy the entire orchestra varsity jackets as well. So that's what I would do with my money.
And you'd probably still teach because you're such a dedicated teacher, Mr. Spiegel. I've known you so long. All right, we have 2 alternates to meet right now. First, Ethan Hershey, and you're a freshman, the first time hearing this. Thank you so much for coming. But besides being a great student, you also play an instrument.
Yes, I play the string bass.
And are you in the orchestra? Or
Yeah,
the,
yeah. So I'm assuming you know what a violin looks like, right?
I do,
so
yes.
A string bass is that, but like many times bigger. It's taller than me, so.
So it's not something you don't hold it on your shoulder.
Yeah.
It's obviously a floor-based,
Yeah.
like a cello or something, but it's similar. Okay, well, thank you very much. Sort of rock and roll. I'm thinking of in rock and roll bands having. Sienna Tyson. She's a freshman, first time here. Great to have you here. So besides standing up here and answering a question, what worries you?
Well, car dominance in the U.S., it really scares me that the U.S. is so dependent on those vehicles and that they're not as fuel efficient as some other modes of transportation.
So you think we should return maybe to subways and more bicycles?
Yes,
and,
bike lanes.
You know, bike lanes.
I
think
I'm wearing a bicycle scarf right now.
Okay,
yeah.
well, thanks for caring. Thanks for being here. And now let's move over to Middletown. And we have 2 coaches to introduce. First, Mr. Trevor Davis. He's the gifted support teacher at Middletown. Thank you for being here. So, there's a lot of pressures hitting the profession today. But in your opinion, what's best to you about being a teacher?
Yeah, so I have a unique role. I work with kids from elementary through high school. So I really appreciate getting the chance to see them and see them grow and mature from kiddos to young adults to adults. And knowing that I get a chance to play a part in their development and their growth is pretty cool.
No, that's huge, and it's great for not only the students but also the parents because they can depend on you as there might be some of the exigencies that take place in a school. They can always come to you for advice. And this is Mrs. Jody Wenrick. She's an English teacher, longtime coach from
Biology
Middletown.
teacher.
Biology teacher, is it? Okay. Biology, I'm sorry I had
That's
that
okay.
incorrectly, but thank you so much for coming here. So, well, and as I mentioned to Mr. Davis, there's so many pressures hitting the profession today. What keeps you going as a teacher?
There are definitely many new challenges in education, but it's always back to the kids. So it's just so rewarding when kids come back and say, I realize now, Mrs. Wenrick, why you were so tough on me. I realize why you pushed me so hard. Thank you so much. I enjoyed your class. So that's why I'm there.
And as a high school teacher, you get to see students not only mature and grow, but also move on to their next stage
Right.
of life. And that has to be very exciting. Thanks for being here. Tyson Bomberger's a sophomore. You're the team's alternate. Great to have you here. So we all have something in life that we're hesitant to try. Maybe a teacher, friend, parents convince you, but you have something that you were reluctant about, and now it's one of your favorite things.
Yeah,
Well, tell us
so
about it.
Many people dislike it, but I've grown to enjoy seltzer water. It's something I love to drink all the time instead of regular sodas. So yeah.
It's a big market, and do you
Yeah.
drink flavored or plain?
Yeah, I actually like plain, but I do enjoy peach and orange the
Okay.
best.
Oh, interesting. All right, well, thanks everyone for being here. It's now time to pit our individual players against each other in today's one-on-one rapid fire. It gives us a chance to chat with our players and find out what's going on in their busy lives, and plus see how they do independently. Gabe Rotet, you're a junior at Elizabethtown, and it's great to have you here. And, well, besides studying, and you're obviously a great student, you do have some fun outside of school?
I do indeed. Probably what I spend most of my time on would be playing the piano. I've been playing for roughly 8 years, and I've really grown to just enjoy it, spend a lot of time in it. I do occasionally bring it into school, despite the question, accompanying choir or perhaps orchestra from time to time.
Fantastic. I mean, that's okay. So your parents obviously don't have to convince you to go practice and
Yeah.
practice. Good for you. All right, nice. And now let's meet our other player from Middletown. We're going to say hello to Catherine Yoder, affectionately known as Katie. You're a senior. It's great to have you here. And, also with you, besides studying and besides doing your chores at home, you actually do have fun with some very interesting activities.
Yeah, so obviously when it's a bit warmer out, I love to take care of my garden. And right now it's actually hunting season, and I love to go hunting with my dad.
Have you been hunting for a long time?
So this is my 3rd year going, but I didn't have any luck yet this year.
And you have the patience to stand and wait in the cold and the rain.
Oh, I sit in a big tower with a nice blanket and heater, so.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, Catherine, Gabe, I hope you're ready and eager to answer these 3 questions as we put you 2 one-on-one. Of the 5 Great Lakes, only one shares its name with a state. Which one? Catherine?
Ontario?
Oh, no, sorry, that's incorrect. Gabe, do you have any idea? Oh, we stumped you on Lake Michigan. In Roman numerals, XL is 40. What does LX equal to? Gabe?
60?
60 is the correct answer. Your doctor might use it to listen to your heart or lungs.
Stethoscope?
Catherine, you are correct. Good anticipation. A stethoscope is correct. 120 to 60 as we now meet our 2 captains. So first we'll head out to Elizabethtown, and we're going to say a little to Liam Burke. First time here, sophomore. He did very well in that first round of play. Really answered a lot of questions. It's great to have a player like you here. And, I never leave home without my glasses, without my car keys, of course, my wallet, and my cell phone. But there's something else that you never leave home without.
Yeah, I never leave home without my Pilot G207 gel pen. I am a staunch anti-pencil individual. So, it feels so effortful to write with a pencil. I really love the smoothness that comes from a gel pen.
Isn't that funny? I'm opposite. So, I prefer a pencil. But what do you do, and they have to be sharpened, of course, but what do you do when you have to work on SATs or these tests and you need an actual real pencil?
Yeah, so I haven't taken a standardized test like that recently, but I do also carry a pencil in case.
Okay, good. Roman, is it Chipola?
Chipola.
Chipola. You are a junior. It's great to have you here. You did very well in that first round of play, and we're happy to have you here. And good players on this show are typically good readers, and you're obviously a good reader as well. And you have a favorite book or a favorite series, if you will.
Yeah, so when I was younger, probably in elementary school, I really liked Greek mythology. So I liked The Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan. And as I kind of matured, one of my favorite books now is The Godfather by Mario Puzo. So those 2 books are one of my favorites.
Excellent. Okay, Roman and Liam, hopefully we've got 3 of your favorite questions here as we put you 2 one-on-one. Rococo in the 18th century, Impressionism in the 19th, Surrealism in the 20th century. In what country did all these artistic movements originate? Liam?
Spain.
Oh, no, sorry. Correct, Roman.
France.
France is the correct answer. 3 words sound alike but are spelled differently. It's the 13th letter of the Greek alphabet. It's an African antelope. It's unfamiliar or modern. What's the word? It's a little thinker. New. N-U, G-N-U, and N-E-W, respectively. And finally, when a beam of light strikes a surface separating 2 different media, some light is thrown back into the original medium. What is this property called? Liam?
Diffraction?
No, sorry, that's incorrect. Roman?
Reflection.
Reflection is the correct response. 120 to 80 as we now meet our final players in today's competition. So first from Elizabethtown, it's a pleasure to welcome for the first time Noah Brenneman. And it's great to have you here. You are a sophomore, and you are already focusing your studies and electives in one particular area. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so for a while now, I've always enjoyed STEM stuff and hope to probably become an engineer. I've just always enjoyed building and designing things and seeing what comes of it.
And this is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, just for the uninitiated. So does Elizabethtown offer a lot of opportunities and electives to help focus in that area?
Yeah, we have plenty of courses that correlate with that, and through Gifted and stuff, we can get more of that.
Oh, excellent.
Whenever
Of course, you still have the requirements, no doubt.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here. Iyasu Yosedik. And you are a freshman, and it's great to have you here. Thanks for participating with us. And we talked about this earlier, but we've been reluctant to do things. I mean, I did zip lining once. Boy, I was reluctant, but I was glad I did it. You've been reluctant about something, and you're glad you've now indulged.
Yeah, but at first I was really oh, I don't want to do cross-country running, but my mom said, oh, do it, it's good for you. And at the first day of practice, I'm like, ugh, I'm not fit for this, you know? Then eventually I just learned oh, you know, not everything comes so easy at first. You got to take some time to work and dedication, and now I enjoy it.
And it can change your life. It can give you focus, and plus it's an exercise that you can do without equipment, and you can do it anywhere at any time almost.
Yep.
In any weather conditions, basically. Okay, Iyasu and Noah, let's put you two one-on-one. Founded in 1740 as the College of Philadelphia, it was the first American college to become a university. What university's teams are called the Quakers? Iyasu.
Penn State.
No, sorry, that's incorrect. Noah, any idea? Oh, it's a school we all hope to go to, University of Pennsylvania. One of the most famous statues in the world is a nude man seated with his elbow on his knee and his chin. Noah.
The Thinker.
The Thinker by Auguste Rodin. And finally, the National Portrait Gallery and the National Gallery of Art are both part of the largest museum complex in the United States. What is it? Noah.
The Smithsonian.
You are correct. You are indeed correct. Good for you. 140 to 80. Strong lead for Elizabethtown. But let's see what happens now as we pick up the pace and play today's 60-second Team Lightning Round. Roman, you have your work cut out for you, but you can do it with one of these quizzes. The white stuff. Two will do. Just plain potpourri.
Go with the white stuff.
The white stuff, if you've got the white stuff, you'll be able to answer the following questions. You'll earn 10 points for every white answer, because each answer includes the word white. Roman, I take your answer as the team's answer. Catherine and Iyasu are ready to help you along. 60 seconds on the clock, which will begin after I finish reading the first question. Good luck to all three of you, and here we go. Where the president lives.
The White House.
Correct. It's an innocent fib told to protect someone's feelings.
White lie.
Correct. A symbol of surrender that protects the person who carries
White flag.
it. Correct. The oldest professional sports team in Chicago.
White Sox.
Correct. A term used to describe workers who do not do manual labor.
White collar.
White collar. A scenic hill near Dover, England.
Pass.
White cliffs. In a couple of billion years, our sun will become one of these.
White dwarf.
Correct. Moonshine in the southern United States.
Pass.
White lightning. A person who comes to the rescue, sometimes on a white horse.
Pass.
White Knight, nickname for the 1968 Beatles album called Simply the Beatles.
Pass.
The White Album, the Clintons lost money in the 1978 Arkansas real estate project.
The White State.
White Water, the symbol of the House of York in the 15th century.
The White Flower.
White Rose, sorry, a sound that contains many frequencies with equal intensity.
White Noise.
White Noise is correct. The mixture of lime and water is used to paint walls and fences.
Whitewash.
Whitewash, yes, it's the oldest part of the Tower of London.
Pass.
The White Tower. And that would be the end. That was 8 correct. 80 points came your way. Is this a break for you, Liam, Gabe, and Noah? We're going to find out in just a moment with 2 will do or just plain potpourri.
We'll take 2 will do.
2 will do. Each of these answers is spelled with only 2 letters, like the Hebrew month of Ab, A-B, or the Babylonian god Zu, Z-U. So for 10 points each, identify these 2-letter people, places, and things. Liam, I take your answer as the team's answer. 60 seconds on the clock, which will begin after I finish reading the first question. In 2009 animated movie about a house that flies away.
Up.
Up is correct. To perform, complete, make, cause, work, suffice.
Pass.
Do, the Egyptian sun god.
Ra.
Ra. In music, when C is do, this syllable is F.
Fa.
Fa.
Fa. In French, Spanish, and Latin, the word for of or from.
De.
De, D-E. Yes, the symbol for the element nobelium is this negative word.
No.
No, yes. It's German for yes.
Yeah.
Ya.
Ya, J-A, a Hindu mystic syllable used for meditation. Om, yes. It's the first person singular form of the verb to be.
Is.
M, weekly celebrity gossip magazine or a first person prepositional plural pronoun.
Us.
Us, yes. The most frequently used 2-letter word in the English language.
Is.
Of. In Middle English manuscripts, it's often used instead of the. Yi. The longest river in Italy?
The
Po. This Hawaiian lava may be the first word in your dictionary. Would have been correct, but it wasn't in time. Oh my. 8 correct. 80 points came your way. 220 to 160. It's now time to reveal today's bonus Brainbuster category. During our break, our teams will wager 0 to 25 points based on their knowledge of obituaries. So we'll have the bonus Brainbuster and, of course, the all-important Final Frenzy when WGAL8 Brainbusters continues in just a matter of minutes.
Watch all this season's episodes of WGAL8 Brainbusters anytime on WGAL.com. Our online home also includes our tournament schedule and a chance to learn more about the show and host Rich Rosen. Go to WGAL.com and click on Brainbusters.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to our competition between Elizabethtown and with Middletown. But right now, Elizabethtown has a slight lead, but everything can change because we're heading into a very important round, the bonus Brainbuster. During our break, our teams wagered 0 to 25 points based on their knowledge of obituaries. We're going to go into the News 8 newsroom with Kate Merriman. She has today's question. Kate, welcome to Brainbusters.
Thanks, Rich. Here's your bonus Brainbuster. Her career spanned 8 decades in every medium, most notably the stage. She won 4 Tony Awards and nominated several times for her starring role in Murder, She Wrote. She sang the Oscar-winning song Beauty and the Beast. Again, her career spanned 8 decades in every medium, most notably the stage. She won 4 Tony Awards and nominated several times for her starring role in Murder, She Wrote. She sang the winning Oscar song Beauty and the Beast. Good luck with your answer. Now back to Studio A. Rich?
Thanks, Kate. Good luck, players. Do you know the answer? I have a feeling a lot of our viewing audience knows the answer to this. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll give you about 5 seconds. I think both teams are ready. Both, okay, fantastic. Liam, we start with your side, and you put up Streep. No, Meryl Streep is alive and well, so we're going to deduct 20 points from your score, taking you to 200. Roman, did you come up with the right actress? Also Meryl Streep. Oh, honey, no, she is well. We're going to deduct. It was Angela Lansbury is the correct answer. Okay, 200 to 135. Middletown, you have your work cut out for you, but you can do it now because here comes today's Final Frenzy 20-point questions. Good luck to all 6 of you. Here we go. Paul Pelosi is married to Speaker Nancy Pelosi. To whom is Doug Emhoff married? Liam?
The Vice President.
I need her name, please.
Kamala Harris.
She's the one. He's known as the second gentleman. Yes. This 1957 book begins with the rhetorical question, who is John Galt? What, Liam?
Atlas Shrugged.
Atlas Shrugged by Ayn Rand, yes. One of the islands in the British Commonwealth is more than twice as large as Great Britain itself. What is this Canadian island? Liam.
Baffin Island.
It is Baffin Island. Good guess, and it worked in your favor. He lost to FDR in 1944 and then to Harry Truman in 1948. Who was this, Liam?
Dewey.
Dewey was this Republican governor of New York. In November 2000, it was suggested that this 7th century English saint be made the patron saint of disputed elections, a reference to the hanging ones in Florida's election. Who was the first bishop of Litchfield, Liam?
Chad.
Chad, Saint Chad. Good for you. One of the most beautiful of the illuminated manuscripts of the Middle Ages is the 8th century Book of Kells. In what Celtic country was it created? Liam.
Ireland.
Ireland, yes. During World War II, this Puccini opera was banned from New York's Metropolitan Opera. What is this opera about an American naval lieutenant and the Japanese woman he loves? Liam.
Madame Butterfly.
That is the one, yes. You're playing a piece of music and come to a passage marked PP. How should you play it?
Pianissimo.
And I needed what that means.
Very soft.
Very soft, very softly, yes. Good for you. He won the first Nobel Prize awarded to an American for his help in ending the Russo-Japanese War. What president, Liam?
Teddy Roosevelt.
Teddy Roosevelt won the 1906 Nobel Peace Prize. He has won 5 Academy Awards for the film score for Fiddler on the Roof and for the music for Jaws, E.T., Schindler's List, and Star Wars. Who is this prolific composer? Liam.
Williams?
I need a first name, please.
No name.
Oh, sorry, I can't accept it. Any idea, Middletown? We stumped you on John Williams, nominated 38 times. She was born Edith Newbold Jones, but published her novels under her married name. Who wrote Ethan Frome?
Wharton.
Wharton, Edith Wharton, and also House of Mirth. It's a trivia fact. How many prime numbers are there between 2 and 100?
16.
No, incorrect, sorry. The answer, Iyasu?
21.
25, you were close. It's the northwestern part, and we're going for the Arabian Sea. Well, that's how it takes us to the end of the round and to the end of the game. With a very strong performance in our final round, we're going to see Elizabethtown for round 2. But we hope to see you in just a few short moments.
Scorekeeping for WGAL8 Brainbusters, presented by Jennings College Consulting, where students discover the right college fit for the future. We'll return after this.
Congratulations, Elizabethtown. They're coming back for round 2. What a game, what a performance. We say goodbye right now to Middletown. We hope to see you next season. Coming up on the next WGAL8 Brainbusters, Harrisburg Academy versus Mannheim Central. It'll be another exciting game. We'll see you then. So long for now.